Hello everyone, this is Ambitious Painter and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello artists. Today we are going to talk about one of the trickiest but most important parts of drawing, hands. Hands can bring so much life and expression to your art, whether it's a memory drawing, life sketch or composition. But don't worry, I'll show you some simple and easy tricks to make drawing hands less scary and a lot more fun. By the end of the video, you'll have some great techniques to practice and improve your hand drawings. Let's get started. Now, think of the hand as a combination of simple shapes. For example, the palm is a rectangle, the fingers are cylinders, the thumb is a triangular or cone-like shape. Start by lightly sketching these shapes to get the basic structure. Let me show you an easy way to start drawing hands without feeling overwhelmed. Instead of thinking about all the details, let's break the hand down into basic shapes. For the palm, imagine it as a flat cuboid. It's like packing your hand into a box. How would the box look if your hand was inside it? This simple structure helps you focus on the overall shape without worrying about small details. For the fingers, you can also use cuboids or cylinders. If you find it hard to draw cylinders, start with boxes. Just think about each finger as a tiny box. This way you can easily understand their size, position, and how they bend. But here's an important tip. To draw these boxes correctly, you need to understand perspective. Perspective is what makes these shapes look 3D and realistic. So, practice drawing boxes in different perspectives on your paper. Doing this will improve your visualization skills and make drawing hands much easier. See, this is one simple technique for drawing hands. I have drawn the whole hand using just boxes. No details, no complexity. It helps you understand the shape of the hand much more easily. You can use this method with any medium like pencils, pens, or even markers. Once you have the basic box shapes, you can draw the hand in any position or action you want. Just fold or bend the boxes as needed to match the pose. A very simple way to study and practice drawing hands. There are many other techniques too. For example, you can study the bones of the hand to understand its anatomy better. But for now, start with this method and keep practicing in different poses and angles to improve. To understand the bone structure of fingers, you need to simplify the shape of the bones when drawing. I like to think of the bones as resembling chess pieces. It makes them much easier to visualize and sketch. The shape of these bones influences the outer form of the fingers, creating subtle curves and contours along the surface. That's why the fingers aren't just smooth or straight, they have natural variations in their shape. These curves give the fingers their characteristic form with slight elevations and dips in certain areas. By studying and drawing this structure repeatedly, you'll start to understand how the bones shape the hand's overall appearance. Practice drawing the bones of the fingers first and then move on to sketching the entire hand based on this structure. This approach will help you grasp how to construct a realistic hand step by step. When you focus on the structure of the bones, you'll find it much easier to draw the entire hand. I've started with the box and the angles of the thumb, wrist, and the hand. The structure I'm working on is a basic angular outline, just the boundary of how the hand is positioned or twisted. Once I have an idea of the outer structure, I move on to the shapes. Here you can see a curve in the bone, which forms an elevation. Why does this happen? It's because of the outer shape of the bone, which creates these elevations and contours. This is why our hand has its unique form with its curves and ridges. As you study this, you'll start to understand how these shapes come together. For instance, the same pattern of elevations repeat in the fingers and thumb. With practice, this will help you easily draw the entire shape of the hand in any position. I want you all to draw with me as we go through this whole process together. Just stay with me throughout the video, grab your pen, pencil, or whatever you have, and let's draw together. This way, you'll not only understand the steps but also get to practice along the way. It's going to be fun. Think of it as us chatting or being in a class, though I know classes aren't fun, but trust me, painting and drawing are different. They are exciting once you get into them. The more you draw, the more enjoyable it becomes. Right now, I'm having so much fun drawing this. Honestly, this doesn't even feel like teaching. It feels like I'm practicing alongside you. So, come join me whenever you can, and I promise once you start learning how to draw, the process will feel natural and fun. Let's get started. Recently, I came across some Instagram pictures of drawings and paintings that were inspired by my YouTube channel. It felt amazing to see that people are actually practicing drawing and painting based on what I have shared. It's such a rewarding experience to know that artists and students are following along and improving their skills. I've seen so many improved drawings, and it's proof that if you keep practicing, you'll get better. So just do it. Trust me, I have been through the process and I know the results are worth it. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and take the leap. It's now or never. Once you start practicing detailed drawings of hands repeatedly, you'll begin to understand their structure naturally. Over time, you'll be able to draw hands effortlessly in any artwork, including memory drawings. I have noticed in many memory drawings that hands are often simplified into outlines without any fingers, as if the hands are wearing gloves or mittens. While this might show the action, it doesn't help you understand or improve your skills in drawing hands. To truly grow as an artist, you need to draw the fingers, even if it's just simple lines or shapes. Showing the fingers is important for capturing the hand's form and movement. Don't follow this practice of skipping this step. It's the wrong method. Instead, practice drawing hands in detail, including the fingers, and see how much your understanding improves. I've always said this in most of my videos. The hands of a person speak so much more than we realize. When painting a portrait after the eyes, which reveal a lot about someone's emotions and personality, the hands are the next most expressive feature. Hands can tell stories about a person's life and character. For instance, wrinkled hands may reflect wisdom or age, soft hands might show gentleness, laboring hands might display strength and hard work, while delicate hands can signify elegance. These little details in the hands can make a portrait feel more alive and relatable. When you draw or paint hands in a detailed and thoughtful way, it connects the viewer to the subject on a deeper level. That's why it's so important to practice drawing hands, feet, and other body parts in a detailed way before experimenting with colors or abstract styles. You can only distort or stylize your art when you truly understand the rules of drawing. Once you know the structure and how the hand works in different poses and actions, you'll have the freedom to express your creativity in endless ways. I love drawing hands because they are so expressive. When I was in my first or second year of college, like many of you, I started by drawing eyes because they are naturally attractive and fun to practice. But over time, I started focusing on hands. There's something captivating about their shapes, shadows, and contrast. A page filled with detailed hand sketches looks incredible when it's finished. And here's the best part, you don't need a model to practice hands. Your own hands are the perfect models. Just place one hand in front of you and use the other to draw it. You can study the lines, curves, and shadows anytime, anywhere. So I always say this and I'll say it again, keep drawing, keep sketching. The more you practice, the better you'll understand and the more creative you'll become. Whenever you need to draw a cylindrical shape, you can start by directly drawing it, but if you find it difficult, an easy trick is to imagine the cylinder being packed inside a box. First, draw the box, then add the circles and the cylindrical shape inside it. This technique helps you understand the form and space of the object you're drawing. This is a simple and effective method. Just break down the complex shape into something easier to understand, like a box, and then build the details. By starting with the box, you'll have a clearer structure and feel more confident when adding the more complex elements. Now, I want you to observe closely as I draw this hand using all the techniques we have discussed. But don't just watch, draw along with me. This way, you'll get the hang of it and practice step by step. Start with the basic box structure for the hand, then move on to the cylinders and curves. As I draw, follow each step and feel free to pause and take your time. The more you practice along with me, the more natural these techniques will become for you. I hope you understood the whole technique and enjoyed the video while sketching along with me. I truly hope you were able to draw with me throughout the process. If you did, that's amazing. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover in future videos, feel free to suggest any topics and I'll break them down step by step for you.